Hello guys and welcome to my channel Departure from the Usual. So today's shout out goes to Viram Darbar 8866. If you guys also want a shout out, then subscribe my channel, like my video and comment down below. Guys, I have also noticed from the past few days that around 97% of people who watch my videos haven't subscribed to my channel. So it's a humble request, then please, if you like my content and my videos, then do subscribe my channel. It will motivate me to make more videos for you. So let's move on to today's topic. So today I'm going to be talking about the McStay family. Let's go back to February 2010. Joseph, who was 40, and Summer, who was 43, had only moved into their home in Fallbrook, California 4 months earlier. Joseph ran a successful decorative water fountain business called Earth Inspired Products with his business associate Charles Merritt, a welder who helped him with the construction. On the other hand, Summer was a real estate agent and devoted mum. They both worked hard and raised their family with fun and laughter. They had 2 sons, Gianni, who was 4, and Joseph Jr., who was 3. The family was living their best life. But something strange happened after that. Relatives of McStay's family unsuccessfully tried to contact them. On February 13, 2010, Joseph's brother Michael traveled to the McStay's residence and gained entry to the home. Michael did not find any of the family at home. He did, however, find the family's 2 dogs in the backyard. Everything seemed that as though they would be back any minute, but in reality, they had vanished. The last time they had been seen was on February 4th, when Joseph had met with his business associate Charles Merritt. And he was also the last person Joseph has called. There was no sign of forced entry or any sign. On February 15, 2010, concerned family visited Joseph and Summer's home as they hadn't heard from them. There was no sign of forced entry or any sign that suggested that a crime had been committed or a struggle had taken place. And finally, the family were declared missing. In the investigation, police found a CCTV footage dated 4th February 2010 at 7:47 p.m. in which a neighbor's surveillance system captured the bottom 18 inches of a vehicle, which was thought to be McStay's family's car in the beginning. In the surveillance recording, the vehicle's occupants could not be seen. Soon after, the McStay's family car, a white Isuzu Trooper, was discovered parked at a shopping mall near the US-Mexican border, and police was thinking that this was the same car that was shown in the CCTV footage. Police also investigated their computers, and they found in the searches that someone has looked up for what type of documents children might need to travel around Mexico. And it looked like someone had done research into Spanish lessons. So the question was, had they disappeared voluntarily to start a new life in Mexico? But why would they do so? Because they hadn't packed any of their things and there was over $1 lakh that remained untouched in their bank accounts. Guys, why would anyone leave their house to travel around Mexico or anywhere else in the world without their belongings and money? The case was getting mysterious and the family and their loved ones were racked with worry. Now, relatives of the McStay's family, however, seriously doubted that they would travel to Mexico. Summer's sister also stated that her passport was expired, and it is possible for a US citizen to enter Mexico without a passport, but one is required to re-enter the United States. So why haven't they returned until now? Guys, as I have told you that Joseph's business associate, Charles Merritt, was the last person to have had been contacted by him. Now the investigators and the public were also focused on his business partner. According to the state records, Charles Merritt had convictions for burglary and receiving stolen property. Also in 2001, Charles stole welding and drilling equipment worth rupees $32,000. But on the other hand, Joseph's father Patrick was thinking in the opposite direction of what the investigators were thinking. He said, "I have to have faith in Charles because I have to have faith in my son. I believe that Joseph trusted Charles and believed in Charles." Do I think Charles is involved? I don't think so, and I truly hope not. Guys, speculations were also turning towards Summer's ex-boyfriend Johnson. The family believed email records demonstrated that Johnson was obsessed with Summer for years after their relationship ended. And also his criminal history included violent threats, vandalism, disturbing the peace, interfering with the business, and resisting arrest, and a pattern of movement around the time of disappearance that they considered suspicious. So the police got the two main suspects, Joseph's business associate Charles and Summer's ex-boyfriend Johnson. Charles even started writing a book about the case. In the book, Charles planned on revealing how Joseph trusted him and that he thought Summer was trying to poison him. But no one believed his story. In an interview right after the disappearance, Charles referred to Joseph in the past tense, saying he was my best friend. But at that time there was no evidence that Joseph was dead. So why he referred to him in the past tense? And this increased investigators' suspicions about Charles. Guys, the case was stuck and there was no sign of the McStay family. But one day on November 11th, 2013, an off-road motorcyclist was riding through San Bernardino County's Mojave Desert, about an hour north of the McStay's family home, and came across human skeletal remains just off the interstate. And it led to police to two shallow graves. The McStay family had finally been found. Joseph's remains had been buried with Joseph Jr. Summer was buried with Gianni, her daughter, and a rusty sledgehammer was also found with them. They had all suffered skull fractures, and the sledgehammer was believed to have been the weapon. Investigators determined Joseph and Summer had been murdered, and the boys had been too, as they would have been able to identify the killer. So guys, after 3 years of hoping they would be found, the fate of the McStay family had been discovered. But who had killed them? They didn't seem to have an enemy in the world, and the focus went back to Charles. Police discovered that the mobile phone belonging to Charles had been placed near the location of graves on February 6, 2010, shortly after the last time the family had been seen. And his DNA was found in the McStay car that had been abandoned near the Mexican border to make it look as though they had left off their own car. Authorities also found the evidence that Charles had been taking money from the water fountain business, and Joseph got to know about all this, and this led up to the murders of the family. Even after the family's disappearance, he continued to take money from the business and gambled thousands away. Charles was arrested in 2014 and charged with the murder of Joseph, Summer, and their 2 children. The trial was repeatedly delayed as Charles fired several lawyers and even tried to represent himself. Finally, in 2019, the trial began. His defense said that there was no physical evidence to connect Charles with the killings, and there was no sign of attack in the home. And they also argued that why would Charles kill his best friend for money? But the prosecution said that Joseph was planning to cut Charles out of his business. And also, Charles had gone on to take over $7,000 from Joseph's account after the killings because he knew he wasn't coming back. Guys, the motive was simple: greed. On June 10, 2019, San Bernardino County jury found Charles Merritt guilty of murdering the McStay family and recommended that he be sentenced to death. And he was finally sentenced to death on January 21st, 2020. Joseph's mother Suzanne was emotional at that time and called him a despicable evil monster and said that her life was a nightmare knowing how the family died. At the time of trial, Joseph's brother also said that you cannot get back time and that was stolen from us. The world was robbed of 4 beautiful souls. But guys, still today there are so many unanswered questions about the McStay's murder. Without a crime scene, exactly when, where and how the family died remains a complete mystery. But one thing which I am sure of is that they died in terror. What are your thoughts about this case? Tell me in the comments below. And also, if you want to know the case of Vicky, who was a nurse and suddenly on one day she snapped and started killing people by injecting a dangerous drug into their bodies, then click the video on the left. I'll meet you next time with another true and horrible crime story from around the world. Until then, signing off.